Well, hello there, guys. Today we're going to be jumping into an absolutely breathtaking, beautiful war game here. We are going to be playing as the Soviets in this particular actual campaign scenario. In fact, we are going to be playing as the 40th Motorized Rifle Regiment. So the goal here is that NATO is essentially preparing a counteroffensive. This is quite deep into this potential modern war scenario, of course. And of course, our goal is to try and take the airbase, sort of the airport, immediately to our front. So we're going to head over there as quickly as possible, try and make that happen. Of course, with the forces offered us, I do believe this late into the game, things are about to get a lot more complicated. So let's see what's in store for us. Give me one sec while I share this with our actual audience real quick. I want to go ahead and drop this in Discord. And by the way, make sure to check out our Discord. Here we go. All right, folks. I'll put a link in the actual video description. Let's jump in to battle. So we, of course, get to start off with certain companies. In this particular battle, we actually have a lot of operational authority. Not something you necessarily have every time you play the game. So I'm going to go for... I want to see what else they get. So some of these guys will get, like, airstrikes, things like that. This one actually comes with helicopter air support, the mechanized task force. And this comes with napalm strikes. I think we definitely have to take Damask for sure. Now, we could just go ahead and, like, upgrade this guy to a ridiculous amount. He'd be pretty useful on the field, but I'm sure we're going to want, you know, supporting units. So let's go here, and where was that one with the... Well, this one actually has BTR fire support, which would be really great. I think Molot would actually be quite useful to us. But I really want that napalm air support, or I should say those Hinds. Let me see. Mi-24s, as well as Su-25 rockets. We're going to go with the recon task force. Again, maybe not a wise decision, because we want something pretty heavy as we move in here. But I'll take it, and it looks like we can still take one other and be okay. Now, this one gives us artillery barrages, Tambov, and again, since we are fighting against a counterattack, I think artillery barrages are going to be pretty great. We also get Grad rockets with this setup. However, with this setup, we get some actual helicopters to help us in the field. I am going to have to go with the helicopters. We tried the Grads last time. They're great. I think it's actually my favorite you know, sort of weapon in the game, but I want to try something somewhat new. So let's go for the helicopters, 2 events, and let's do an extra recon tac aid for this part of the battle. How you doing, Fat Cat? Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, I see what you mean. Maybe it is. All right, here we go. So first things first is, of course, setting up our initial plan. Now, in this one, we are attacking actual NATO controlled territory, and we're trying to take the airbase. I'm guessing the airbase is actually going to be farther on the map. We need to capture this area first. It's the Solhund area, Hill 71 really being our main objective. So let's just take a look here. Vera East. Where is Vera East? I see Hill 71. Vera East is right there. So here's how we're going to make this happen. Grab some BMP rifleman companies, you know, modernized infantry, go straight for the warehouses. And we also want to make sure to send some tanks. I have to say, we did not get a lot of tanks with this build. That may hurt us in the future, for sure. I'm going to call in some HQ tanks as well. And actually, these are HQ BMPs, so not even as good. We're going to have to use a whole lot of infantry and artillery. Do this. And I'll even send some of these BMP riflemen to assist in capturing the hill, so that we can go for Hill 71 a little bit easier. I'm also going to get these assault engineers. And let's get some more of that delicious, delicious artillery fire. I don't think I've ever built an army like this in a modern conflict where it's like almost exclusively infantry. I hope it works out well. We do still have some T-64s, but I think we're going to have to merge our tank companies together. I mean, I guess we can actually merge them later over here at India and then move on to these points. But having just 2 tanks, or 2 tank companies, I should say, yeah, kind of concerning. Or 2 tank regiments, to be perfectly honest. Here we go. I think the artillery's going to have to save us in this one. I don't see us coming out alive otherwise. And I thought we got a hind here. I'm not seeing the hind. We also have to make sure to dismount quickly from these vehicles. And our men will be much more effective in the fight. Let's just keep the artillery back here so NATO doesn't destroy us within seconds. We could even pop some artillery smoke just to kind of hide our tracks, but I don't know exactly where the enemy is yet, so I'm going to refrain from doing that. We will, however, do some area recon, and it looks like our ally is calling in some artillery. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Oh boy, that's a lot of enemies. Holy hell. Stop the T-64 right there. Riflemen, we can dismount. Get these engineers over here. Quite a lot of them, folks. We're going to artillery smoke our infantry here. Come on, come on. Firing RPGs mostly. I don't think we have many guided missiles. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure that... Yeah, there we go. We don't have many guided missiles. There's the Su-25 strike. Thank you, allies. Wonderful. I'm going to pop over here and just see how things are going. And not well, as anticipated. I'll have our artillery focus on their armor, actually. At least that artillery piece. All right, not too bad, not too bad. Are our engineers out of the vehicles? Oh boy, look at this, guys. They actually have tank traps. And it also stops our infantry from being able to move forward. I'm going to get these guys out of their vehicles. And we are going to have to pull back over here with these units and attack from a different direction. I might actually keep the assault engineers right where they are. Just simply change their mode and keep firing. Pop some smoke here. It looks like our HQ is already running out of ammo. That is not a good sign. Again, it's just a BMP. Nothing special, but it's got some anti-tank rounds. And of course, it actually provides quite a lot of support in terms of morale. But yeah, we're going to have to approach from a different location, guys. Let's get off this thing. I'll send these T-64s back home to repair. And we'll keep bombarding that area. See, this is the problem with taking a not very tank-heavy army. Now, thankfully, we did fight off the enemy tank, and I do believe our allies are going to capture Hill 124. Nonetheless, that is problematic. Gotta find another way around. There could be a way right here, but as you can see, they have essentially cut off access to the lake here. So we can't get by. I mean, the lake is in the way. But luckily, our rounds are going out there. As you can see, they are firing. We are, however, losing some ammunition here with the HQ. We're going to need to try and resupply and really just find a new way in. So let's do area recon. I wonder if area recon also shows us tank traps. That's what I'm really wondering. Get these guys, the combat engineers, back in their actual vehicles. It is dangerous, but we need to get close. We really do. Same with these guys here. Get them out of their vehicles. Let's hope that we can actually get by without any more tank traps. And thankfully, we did take that zone. I should say we assisted our allies in taking it, really. All right, let's get that supply wagon out. At least we have a ton of supply wagons. And our tanks have returned. I'm going to put them right over here. With just 2 tank regiments, I really am concerned we're not going to make it through. Come on, come on. Now, we could actually bring in a thermobaric missile. I'm not going to do that, though. The reason being we want to save it. And let's bring the engineers in. With this BTR, since there are no positions over here, I'm simply going to bring it in as well. And I guess we don't really need to retreat the HQ. The reason being we will bring in supplies to it. But look how quickly our artillery is running out of supplies. Pretty fast. We're actually going to provide some assistance here to our ally. And let's pop some of our infantry over here the next chance we get. But NATO did a great job at just putting all of these traps up, stopping us from getting in. And holy hell, they still have infantry. Get these guys out of their vehicles. We're going to retreat with the BMP so that these guys can make it home safely. And I think we're going to push through. Now, if we could take Vera East this turn, that would be absolutely fantastic. Not exactly expecting it, though, especially since it was pretty hard to take the warehouses here. But I am going to mount an attack. So I'm going to get these T-64s to head over here. We are going to do that wonderful area recon, just kind of boom. And I am going to assist my ally in holding that area. So the second I get more troops, I'm going to move to Hill 124. And you know what? We can already start firing the artillery here from the Sanis. It's a nice little artillery piece.
Zone capture.
Nice. All right, I see them, guys. I'm really tempted to call in a thermobaric missile strike. Yeah, let's push. Let's go. At the same time, I will push the supply wagon up. We're going to have to bring it here first, though, because our mortars actually need resupply. Man, our artillery shot quickly. Like, we wasted those rounds very, very quickly here. Oh, look at that, guys. More traps. More traps. Yeah, I might need to use that missile. I'm going to go for it. Let's do the thermo... I'm not even sure if it's thermobaric. I think it's, Nope, look at that. Tank is already taking major hits. This is the problem with this army, the Rifleman Army. As the name suggests, not many tanks, quite a few riflemen. Holy hell. We gotta get into the woods. We gotta try to make that push. Do some artillery smoke. And we've got a counterattack on the way. Could have saved that missile, to be fair. I'm gonna bring the engineers to the woods also. Here we go, incoming missile. Ho ho ho! Well, that certainly worked. I'm gonna get these guys out of their vehicle because we actually dominate in the woods here. As long as we're out of those vehicles, of course. We're going to fall back with that tank. Again, I'm trying to keep them in the best condition possible. Прием. Let's get the ranked riflemen. These guys will actually perform pretty well in battle. But it looks like the enemy actually took India Point, or maybe we simply did not capture it. I'm going to keep putting pressure here on the warehouses, because I don't want to lose the only point we have, really, besides Hill 124. And there we go. Artillery getting resupplied. Let's try and focus on the Panzer Grenadiers right there. So they actually performed pretty well, but it looks like the enemy stuck through the fight. You know what? We'll fall back with the BMPs. No need to lose them. Got some additional troops. The combat engineers moving up, and I'm also going to cover their push with some wonderful smoke. Let's push the artillery up, as a matter of fact, folks, so they're more accurate. We're going to get them over here. Actually, just with the Godzvika, I'm just going to fire from here. The rest of the guys, we are actually going to push forward towards the enemy. Same with the T-64s. I wonder how far out they built these tank traps. Hey, how you doing, Armand? Yeah, absolutely. A real fun one. Again, I really went for a mostly mechanized infantry force, so it's kind of, just kind of reminds me of, like, almost a World War II style battle. Sonny's getting way too close there to Point India, though. We might need to push for Point India and focus on Vera East next, but I think we gotta go for Vera East. Such beautiful damn artillery. Look at this, boys. Oh, they went quiet just as I was about to show them off. So our allies actually pushing for that point. I want to support that. I am going to send one of our BMPs up there too. Chances are they have tank traps on the way, but we'll worry about it once we get there. And I need to get this supply over here to the Sani. In fact, I'm going to bring the Sani back over here. This Nona S is a mortar. I'm actually not familiar with this one. I've never seen it. Now, Nona is Spanish for grandmother, so I wonder if that's like a... Could it possibly be like a Cuban vehicle? I doubt it, right? Highly doubt it. I don't think the Cubans make military vehicles. But it is a Soviet vehicle. Oh, look at that. Look at that, guys. Look at the amount of NATO forces moving right there. We've got to do something about it. There's not much I can do until I get the TBM strike again. I'm not going to try to defend that. But I will get my riflemen in the woods here and try to damage the NATO forces. We've got our engineers right there defending the area. I'm going to try to pop them some smoke. We're going to get all of our arty focused on that huge grouping of NATO forces. Get supply up here. All right, let's go. Let's go. We got to do something. We can't go this way. We can't go north of the lake, or else we're going to get absolutely demolished. Yeah, that's true. They're pretty rough. We almost have that leopard destroyed by our combat engineers. There we go. However, he's going to get overrun. We need to get him out of there fast. And the same with these guys if we're not careful. In fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to set up a defense here, guys. Most of them are already dug in. We're simply going to get them out of their vehicles, and hopefully they'll be able to target the enemy from here. I know our tanks will. There we go. Got some guided missiles going out that way. Make sure that our artillery is targeting all of the enemy there. How is supply? That's what I want to know. Look at that, man. Talk about a battle. I want to make sure these guys are out of their vehicles. They are not. Let's get them out. Now we've got a fight on our hands. Just gonna try to get in the woods. In the woods. They're hitting us with artillery. I see how it feels now. Last infantry unit that we have here near India. I hope you can hold on. I'm still going to try to support that attack because, of course, more territory makes our job easier. But yeah, we're running out of supply. We got to get the supply wagon over here and then back into the warehouses. Those tank traps are a real problem. Obviously, our artillery is going to run dry pretty soon. So we didn't push for Viera East this time. We're simply pushing for India. But we could just grab everything here and just make a mad dash for Viera East. Because we already have some units here. And I'm starting to think that might be a pretty good idea, believe it or not. Let's get over here. Poor Panzer Grenadiers, yeah, getting obliterated for sure. I mean, the artillery is really well done in this game. Really well done. I would even go so far as to say that the artillery in regiments is far better than the artillery in any war game. Just because it seems to actually make a difference, like a substantial difference. See, now my damn supply is stuck because of these stupid tank traps the enemy put down. Let's get over here. We can't push until we have that artillery fed, essentially. So I'm going to start feeding them, and I'm going to start making a push. We can also use the wagons to actually reinforce the men, so to get additional men. All right, India's going to be on our side at least, but look at that. That BMP, those units are out of ammo. Commie Squid, how you doing, buddy?
Zone captured.
Yep, absolutely. You wish the Soviets put more armor on them so they could take more fire from Bradleys. Like, that's why when I'm playing as the Soviets, or really even when I'm playing as NATO, I go straight for the woods and dismount. Like, I don't mess around. Just woods and dismount. I'm gonna do the same over here with this BMP, but first, we're gonna get a little look here, see what's going on in Viera East. I'm gonna push it. Let's do it. Let's start softening it up. We could just keep the HQ BMP back here. There's no real need to risk his life. We're gonna take these gentlemen out of the vehicles. For the reason that Commie Squid mentioned, I don't want them getting blown up. And look at that, tank traps.
5 minutes
Damn.
remaining.
We're gonna have to go up the highway here, I think. They've got tank traps. Let's get that supply in. At least we can get these guys reinforced and get them some much-needed ammunition for those Kalashnikovs. For now, I'm just going to try and keep the pressure on them, but it would be fantastic to take Viera. And look at that. Direct artillery hit on the enemy infantry here. That was a direct hit. They took some nasty damage. Off they go. Fat Cat says, Wargame has an artillery problem. In Red Dragon, only the close and infantry support and stuff and HVT sniper types are useful. Yeah. Exactly. The arty in Wargame for me doesn't really ever change the game for me. Like, it doesn't ever get me a win. In Regiments, that's not the case. Like, sometimes... In fact, in one specific campaign, the artillery is essential. I think it's Campaign 2. It's like a NATO-American campaign, and it's really tough. Like, really damn tough. And you need to be really good with the arty and with smoke. So... Absolutely. Now, hold on. Let me get that. That supply is out. Son of a... Damn it. Giving all those rounds to our artillery. Well, he's still going to have to fight. We're going to bring this infantry in. And keep in mind, these guys are on foot. So they're going to go in on foot there into the town. I'm going to keep the tank over here on the edge of the woods, kind of just looking at the town. I do not want to drive through with armor. We might as well send the supply back, right? He's going to have to go and get new supply anyway. So far, so good. Okay, I'm starting to see some contacts. Now, we're going to smoke out our units so that the enemy cannot see them as easily. Probably should have done it for the tanks, frankly, but we'll be good. And I'm going to do some area recon just back here to see how much support they actually have. But what I really want is that TBM strike. Had I known it was going to take that long to regenerate it, I would have waited. Now, the tanks are in place, and I actually like that position, especially since we're going to be bringing some riflemen forward. However, keep in mind, they are very low on ammo, so this could go pear-shaped. And look at that. Our allies actually doing pretty good on Hill 71. We could almost take it. Man, I mean, we kind of could with units with no ammunition. Here we go. Get those boys out of those vehicles. I don't want them to be sitting ducks, and they just ran out of ammo. They might have a few clips left, though. I think they've got enough clips to take the area. Get in there, boys. Viera East is successfully liberated by the Soviet Union.
Zone captured.
It's a strange kind of liberation. Let's retreat with them. They're going to need some ammunition, too. Same with our HQ. And one thing I really want to bring in is supply. Like, I could have sworn we had a Hind. I guess not. We are just pure mechanized infantry. Oh, I need to follow up on that. Nice. Yeah, I still have a copy of that game, GHPC, for those of you wondering. It's like a tank simulator game in the Cold War. It's a really, really good game. I had really high hopes for it. So let's put it... Yeah, we're going to send the supply here. And I'm going to send some riflemen here to assist our allies in holding the zone. Got to do at least the bare minimum.
One minute remaining.
We're not going to be able to take that location, at least, but we do have one of them. And I think we'll just wait until the next stage of the battle to go for it. Let's see if they're trying anything crazy with some area recon. Oh yeah, they've got a lot of units there. They're not going for an attack, though, but they do have a lot of units. Every time with the supply vehicles getting stuck, I'm trying to send them here. But those tank traps are a real problem. All right, after action report. Again, I love games that provide actually accurate details here about wounded, missing, killed. Always interesting to see that. That being said, okay. Next phase. So what we probably need to do, we do need to replace the units that have been damaged here. And I just want to see what the upgrades would be for each of these particular regiments. So let me take a look. This one, we get additional napalm. I didn't see any napalm, though. This gives us additional Su-25 rockets. And this is the one that should... Oh, I see. At level 3, it's going to give us a Hind. I get it. Okay. So in that case... Napalm seems fun, but Su-25 rockets seem more practical against armor. But let's go for the napalm. Okay, so we got the napalm. We can probably actually get both. Let's get the napalm and an artillery barrage. And that's including the TBM strike. 2 events. Reduce surface-to-air missile accuracy. I'll take the electronic warfare. This is a malice. It's like a negative. You got to take 1 negative and 1 positive. I think that's only fair. Let's see. So we'll go for electronic warfare. Essentially, our command radius for the HQ is going to be a little bit diminished. Not too worried, though. All right, let's see. So we definitely want to go for Hill 71. Maybe with the approach point being India, but again, I'm sure they have tank traps here. If they have tank traps here, then they're going to have them here. So I'm guessing we're going to have to either go around this way or just the usual area here. And I think that's probably safest, so let's do that. Bring some supply, why not? It's always useful. I'm going to bring in that HQ BMP. Even though the command radius is reduced, it's still there. And we'll also help them hold this hill. Anti-tank riflemen. I mean, we're sending 2 infantry units up there. I think that's pretty safe. Here we go. Push. Because all of the tank traps are still there. And it looks like it's actually raining a bit. If you guys see that off in the distance, you can see just tremendous damage on other parts of the field here. Luckily, we're not dealing with them right now. And look, even here, we're going to have to go around the tank traps. before we mount any sort of assault, we're going to have to bring these guys over here. Just the actual movement of men through this area takes a long time, because we have to go all the way around instead of just doing a straight shot to the target. Let's do this. These two guys, I want them over there as well. And we should bring supply over too. We'll need it eventually. Now, let's see how the infantry are holding out. I mean, we can make a push for Hill 71 here, at a minimum, kind of draining the enemy of some forces. So I'm not going to discount that. I'm just going to set the guys up in the woods. That's good. All right, let's use the... Oh, we don't have the spy ability anymore. That's too bad. All right, in that case... Bring him over here. Oh, is he still stuck on the other side? Poor guy. Alright, I'll make a push for Hill 71. The only reason being, we can take this opportunity to really damage their forces. In the meantime, we want to try to move up this way to the next stage right there. I'm still a little uncertain about how I want to approach this, to be honest. Gonna get both of these guys out of their vehicles. Actually, look at that. They are setting up beautifully. Look at that defensive emplacement. Just wonderful. So I'm gonna leave one of them behind. I'll push forward with the VDV unit, however. And we're gonna start moving east here. Let's go. Get them out of their vehicle, because I know they're gonna have units defending the area. And you know what? We're actually going to start setting up in the town here, though I think it would be crazy for them not to have tank traps near Viera over here. So we'll go for both points. Why not? I'm just going to keep this T-64 right there on the edge of the woods. Keep an eye on the enemy. There's Hill 71. He's going for it. Okay. Let's drop the napalm. It seems... Yep, that's infantry. This is the right place to drop napalm. We're gonna get this guy back in the vehicle, and he is gonna show up on scene, too. Here we go. Su-25. Oh. Oh. Not too bad. Didn't damage them as much as I thought it would, but I think it burns over time. God damn it. I told you guys there was going to be enemies there. Thankfully, we kept the tank over here. Let's call in an artillery barrage on that position. We know they've got units there, and you know what? We're going to push over with the BMP riflemen, too. I need to bring in some more riflemen. I never thought I'd say that, but I really do. Even more. Bring them on. Have to wait a bit. All right, they're burning up at Hill 71. I'm going to take that second group and go right in there. Hey, Robert Roberts, how you doing, man? Yeah, I love my helmet. That's right, Robert Roberts is one of our awesome members. You can become a member today by hitting the join button. We are no longer playing ads on these streams in an effort to get more people to become members. Good to see you, man. Let's get in there. Hill 71 is ours. It's going to be a difficult grab, but I think we have it. Let's go for Hill 99. There's that artillery strike we were waiting for. And I want to make sure these guys are out of their vehicle as they're approaching. You see what happens when you send in a BMP that is, you know, doesn't have the men dismounted? It can lead to complications, that's for sure. All right, Hill 71 is slowly becoming ours. And if we could get emplaced here, guys, I think it's pretty much ours. Just waiting to use that artillery smoke. Not yet, though. Not yet. Go for it. And we're going to actually push the tank forward. I'm not going to get directly in this zone. I'm just going to get right there, although I'm going to be really embarrassed if they have infantry waiting for us in the woods here. How shocking would that be? Suddenly you drive into the woods, there's a bunch of infantry waiting for you. Not good. It's not a good situation. In fact, just to avoid that, I am going to smoke out the tank, and he'll be able to continue firing at that exposed enemy infantry unit. Right there, we've got NATO forces defending. There's our wonderful smoke screen. Actually, their tank unit is badly damaged. And we have taken Hill 71, guys, and look at that. Overlooking a NATO tank division, or tank regiment, excuse me. They are getting hit pretty hard. I want to bring in the highest trained rifleman units, of course, because we are going to push for that exit. Although maybe just holding Hill 71, holding the important areas is what really matters. We could also go for this exit over here, but it seems like a little bit more of a challenge. And look at that. I did not anticipate that. Despite them being dug in and in a good position, they're going to run out of ammo pretty quickly. Bring that supply wagon over. I'm actually going to keep the tank here for now. I'm simply going to push with the BMP riflemen, keep them dismounted because we have time to spare. Yes, yes, absolutely. Oh, I didn't see that interview, but I definitely will. Yeah, Military History Visualized has got a great channel. I love seeing that stuff. Absolutely love it. Vargas. Yeah, Vargas, absolutely. You know, in regards, Vargas is talking about how the pacing of a lot of the UGen games, it's too fast. I feel the same way. Like, I like to be able to pause. I like to be able to go get some coffee and come back to the game. I agree completely. I still think that multiplayer option should be there. That's just how I feel, but it's not a game killer for me like I thought it was going to be. Light him up. I'm gonna get some smoke on these boys. Especially since we're waiting for that infantry. You know what? Let me stop being a coward. Get back in the vehicles. Let's just drive over there. Of course, it makes us easier targets, but that's only if they hit us. And make sure that our artillery is firing in that direction as well. Keep the BMP back. Tank has taken a pretty nasty hit too, but I'm trying to keep him in the fight long enough to get the infantry forward. Get over here where the HQ is. Just pop some more smoke on these guys. And look at that. Yep, we've got enemy tanks pushing in from the valley. I knew that was going to be a possibility, so I'll actually push this infantry unit forward. Can we get that supply vehicle all the way over here? That's the question. It's going to take forever. Push with the BMP. Done a great job, but unfortunately they're running out of ammo quickly. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think there's a lot of, like, just, grab and click in this game. Okay, we have to bring in that TBM strike here. We're bringing in a massive missile strike on this location. Pretty much anything in the zone is going to be destroyed, including our infantry, so we're going to fall back with him. However, we don't have much in the way of follow-up infantry for this situation, so I'm going to have to take that tank and help and assist in the attack. Don't worry, I'm not going to let you guys miss that strike. 7 seconds. Lots of NATO troops there. Boom! Oh, yes. Gotta get in there with the tank. That was a definite kill. But I don't think we completely wiped out the enemy infantry from that zone. I think they still had one right there. And I gotta keep an eye on my other zones, because look at that. Hill 71 has been lost. Or is gonna be lost if we don't get units there quickly. So we're gonna bring forward our additional BMP units. I hate to have to roll in with tanks into a city like this, but we don't have much of a choice. Yep, see? Going straight for Hill 71. If we can get past the tank traps, I'm going to try here. I think... I mean, hopefully there's none right there. There probably are. If not, then I'm going to go here and start heading towards Hill 71. We have to retake that. All right, dismount. Yep, that's the last infantry unit in Vera. We're going to have to fall back with the tank, though. We almost have the entire city under our control. And let's pop the artillery smoke there on our men. We'll even push with the HQ BMP. Oh, man, it's going to be a close one. I'm not retreating. I'm not retreating with the BMP riflemen. Yup. Go. They are badly damaged, but I told you guys I refuse to retreat. We can actually use the supply vehicle to get them reinforcements, but we are running out of artillery ammo, all sorts of stuff, so we better be very careful. We'll head here. We also can't forget to dismount with these units, but hopefully with the assault engineers and the mechanized rifles, we can fight to retake Hill 71. All right, come on, supply. Come on, we need you now. We need you now. I repeat, we need you now. Pushing in there. We could probably dismount now, actually. Look at that. They're pushing for Hill 124. I'm not going to worry about it too much, because, again, as long as we can take this and an exit, we're good. Looks like they're already engaging each other. Fair enough. Kill them before we move into Hill 71 is a good idea, I think. Damn! Enemy artillery. We're going to pop some smoke on our unit, of course. And I'm going to keep pushing in with BMP. Yeah, they dealt with us quickly with that artillery, man.
Zone captured.
Dismount. All right, there we go. So we are getting supplied to those units, which is absolutely fantastic. We need to get this BTR, though, to head over here and help with Hill 71. I think we can push pretty... I'm not going to say easily, but I think we can push to the next stage without too much of an issue. But you know what? I wouldn't mind bringing in supply for that artillery and... potentially some additional infantry units here for Hill 71. We are retaking it, but gotta send some reinforcements in there. I'll even send some tanks. And actually, I'm gonna send this BTR team in the woods over here, just so that if anybody starts attacking from the valley at Hill 71, we'll be able to fire, sort of like Overwatch. So I'm gonna put it like right there, and I'll dismount the troops. Alright, should we push to next stage now, or wait a bit? Let's go. Let's go. Let's not waste any time.
Zone lost.
Certain they push to try and cut off. Yep, Hill 124. We're going straight for it, although
Zone
it is
captured.
surrounded by tank traps. However, Hill 71 is ours. That's what's important, and the exit to the next stage. Come on, come on. I think we've got enough reinforcements headed over there. We're going to bring some more infantry for the final push. There we go. I'd actually rather our HQ get hit than our infantry, so I am going to pop some smoke here. And I'll actually keep the supply near him so he's constantly getting reinforced. Eventually, we're simply going to win out with the gunfight, is what's going to happen. However, we better get reinforcements here soon. Get him, get him, get him. I didn't even dismount the infantry. There wasn't really time to be fair.
Zone lost.
Oh my goodness, look at that. A lot of enemies pushing forward here. They actually properly dug in with those tanks. However, their mortars and panzer grenadiers are starting to panic. Oh my goodness, yeah, they already had somebody waiting for us there. I did not expect that.
5 minutes remaining.
Gonna have to cease and desist on that attack. And push here for Hill 40. We do have some supply coming in for our artillery, at least. How's this situation going? They're still there on the next stage marker. Yeah, unfortunately, those engineers are going to get crushed. We're going to have to organize an attack over there. For now, I'm just going to put these infantry units right there. And we can probably also start firing. Now we don't have visual, but once we get visual, we can start firing with the artillery too. Come on, push on through, push on through. I think we can make it to the next stage. Although, without taking Hill 71, I think it's going to be a problem. Look at that, we ran out of ammo! Never had that happen before. We just met with the supply, so I'm a little perturbed. Let's fall back to the supply vehicles. Pop a little bit of smoke for these units, too. Oh, they both have to fall back to the supply unit. And it's actually, it looks, I believe that's a light tank. They use it as sort of like a recon vehicle, it seems. Wow, Bullet, you're really not having a good day, Bull. What's going on out there? He's been having a disagreement with the dog across the way. And guys, I'm really sorry I've not been uploading as frequently. I've actually been looking for an apartment here in Lisbon. Kind of trying to move out of my current place, so, you know, my mind has kind of been elsewhere. I've also been playing the hell out of Red Dead Redemption 2 roleplay. Just a ridiculous amount. So between that and the apartment hunting, I have been really negligent on this channel, so I do want to apologize to those of you that watch me frequently. I will try to do some more this week. That's why I wasn't even sure what to stream, but I was like, I kind of want to play some regiments, so why don't I let the viewers play with me? Get out of there with the damn infantry. I'm telling you, I think the tank traps won the battle for them here. Fantastic work with those tank traps. Let's push straight for Point India. Get into the woods over here.
Zone lost.
Yep. Damn tank traps.
1 minute remaining.
We do have that napalm strike. However, I would only want it for Hill 71. or if the enemy was doing like a okay, they're taking Vera East, we're burning it down. That's what we gotta do. Burn it down in an effort to stop the enemy from capturing it. Perfect strategy. Get him.
Zone lost.
I just want those 10-second scope before they capture. And it looks like they also have some anti-air. Good on them. Alright, the after-action report. Of course, this goes to a next phase. But I am going to save that for another day, guys. I want to thank everybody for stopping by, checking out the stream. Again, make sure to also check me out on Twitch at twitch.tv/AgrippaMaxentius. And you know what? I'll go ahead and give you guys also the Discord link in case you don't have it. Make sure to check the chat. Thank you so much, guys, for stopping by. I always appreciate it. And I hope to see you in a future stream. If you want, once the video uploads, comment in the comments what you want to see next. You know, what game you want to see next, etc. And we'll see if we can't make it happen. Take care, guys. Catch you next time.